It's Sunday 23rd of March and it's final day at round 1 of the Kart Championship. So we're here at Warden Law. It's a chilly start to the morning. It's been damp overnight. And he's just gone down because Zach's already down at the gate getting ready. The gate shuts at 10:15, race starts at 10:20. Despite Zach yo-yoing through the positioning yesterday, he's been given a starting position of 14 on the grid today. He's got 2 races and then he's got the final this afternoon. Fingers crossed he does well today. Fingers crossed no more penalties. We're all positive. Let's hope it all goes well.
Well, this is part 3 of our video. Thank you to all our subscribers and people who've been watching our previous 2 videos at Warden Law. We've had thousands of views, loads of subscribers, so keep it up. We hope you enjoy this last video. It's full of twists, full of turns. We're proud of Zach. We're proud of what you achieved this weekend. Watch to the end. It really does us a favour. And remember, please give us a like and a subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And with cameras rolling for all of our rounds, including a bit of UKC, which is in 2 weeks' time. And in this video, there is footage of a very nasty karting accident involving Elijah Hazelwood, where he flipped his kart. Elijah's fine. But this is just well done, Elijah. You stood up, brushed yourself off and got back in that kart and carried on racing the weekend. You're an absolute credit to the sport. Well done.
Okay, so we're in the gate. We've pretty much got 10 minutes until the gate closes. They've got to be ready to race by that time. It's absolutely freezing. My hands are frozen. Poor little Zach's going to be freezing cold. Okay, so I'm stood here with Isaac Jameson's mum. We're both here very, very nervous. Lads have just come out onto track. They're just going around warming their tyres. They're going to be getting into formation very soon. Nerves are kicking in, stomach's churning. I'm assuming they're going to be going straight on this first lap. They're literally just coming round as we speak. Although they're all going quite fast, so maybe they're going to get an extra lap to warm up their tyres.
Let's have a quick look at the grid. Thomas Harper, the Silk Cup driver, as you mentioned, he's on the pole position after a good day yesterday. Ethan Bath's alongside. Cooper Campbell-Lease is on the second row with Oscar Chesovich, and Pierce Whitehead shares row 3 with Lewis Gilbert, Zach Mackay and Samuel Yeaton on row 4. We've then got Oscar Pitt and Charlie Thompson, Alfie Forrester and Noah Clark, Archie Ray Watson and Zach Jennings, Elijah Hazelwood.
Isaac's in 16, Zach's in 14. So Isaac's got the green helmet, he's behind Zach. Okay, and here we go.
Zach McKay there as they came out of the final corner, but we are underway, and that is
cart off, one of the X-Kart.
11.
Oh, and that's a big hit there.
Oh.
We've got...
Oh shit, there's loads of them off. Shit. Red flag, cart on its roof. Zach's through, but yeah, we've got a red flag on this. Shit, who the hell's that? He's been ejected from... You alright? Oh shit, Elijah. Okay, so you might have just heard on the radio, it's Elijah Hazelwood who's out.
So this was a horrible thing to witness. We've seen a number of karts flip in championships and also club rounds. Zach was right behind Elijah, and originally I thought it was Zach who had flipped over. You can see here on this footage, he just hits the back. Nothing they can do, pair of them. Elijah is thrown from his kart. It was just horrendous, really, really horrendous. But they come in, the medical got there really quickly. And here's the boys basically on the grid, working out whether they can reset their nose cones or not. Lucky enough for this, it was a full restart, and they were all allowed to reset their nose cones, and it was all put back into their original positions. And thankfully, Elijah was fine.
What? Is what? You dented your bumper? Hang on. Yeah, possibly a little bit. Zach, what? Zach, what happened over there? Did you see it?
No, I went straight into him.
Who did?
I don't know.
Okay.
So here's the X-Kart mechanics and some parents getting onto the grid. They're resetting everyone's bumpers. This isn't about looking after your own kid. This is everybody just getting involved, resetting all the nose cones, just working together to get back on track.
Right, Zach, chances are you're going to have to go back to position 14. They might start juggling the carts around in a minute, okay?
The cart's got tagged and spun.
So if someone spun in front of him, he can't go anywhere because the car on his left.
Oh, shit. Bloody hell. Zach, there was a car in front of him that span. He went into him, his car flipped and flipped him out.
I went straight into him. That's not good.
Charlie, don't worry about going backwards because you'll be going out.
Don't worry about it, Zach. Andy sent a message to earlier saying his stomach is in his arse. Lots of very nervous people here.
We are racing, Henry.
Oh, we are we?
Yes, you were, yeah.
With 20 more minutes to go in the
yes, I'm not sure about that. That'll take no notice of that. We are racing, and we've got a Hunter Motorsport driver at the front of the field. Zach Mackay has made his way to the front ahead of Cooper Campbell-Lees, Thomas Harper, Zach Jennings, Charlie Thompson.
Charlie Campbell leads in second, Thomas Harper in third, Zach in fourth.
Zach done amazing well on that rolling start. He got himself into fourth. He then pushed himself into third. He was having a bit of a battle with one of his teammates. You can see here he's basically fourth position. He gets himself up to third position. Yeah, and unfortunately, a bit of a mistake, and he comes off.
A battle there on through turn one there, and I think it's two teammates there. I couldn't quite see the livery of both teams.
That's the X-Kart teams, the 69 the
yeah,
11.
two X-Karts, yeah, the black and white livery of X-Kart there. The 69 is Zach Jennings, and he's just had a little nudge from Cooper Campbell-Lees there at the second centre there. I'm not sure how that'll go down in the judicial office, but these two.
I saw a slippery surface flag. I wonder, has it started raining over there? Because 3 or 4 of them have all gone off at the same time.
Well, what can happen is if somebody goes through that puddle and brings onto the track a lot of dirty water, that can bring out the slippery surface flag. The number 15, Thomas Harper.
That was the race leader.
No, he was in second.
Oh, sorry.
Thomas Harper, who was in second, has gone off at the back chicane, and then coming through there was the number 69 of Zach Jennings, who was following his teammate through, the number 11 there, that we have in shot. However, he got it all wrong. These were having a right old inter-team ding-dong with the X-Karts, and now it's all settled down. Zach Mackay.
What a rolling start by Zach there. He done so well, got himself into fourth. He then managed to get himself into third. Unfortunately, he pushed it a little bit too hard after a bit of playfulness, shall we say, between him and his teammate. He dropped his bumper as well. He lost all his clips. Here he is, proudly carrying his bumper to try and find Matty Street to have a complaint. Well, nothing to complain about, mate. Your bumper's not on your cart. That's what's wrong with it.
All the bolts came off.
Also gets occasional help from the likes of Josh Cook.
You did say you wanted a new bumper. Oh, Zach, I know it's probably not the finish that you wanted. You were doing so well in fourth. Can I just ask what happened up on that? Yeah, again. Did you get pushed or did you spin off?
Spun off.
Oh, okay.
It was so slippery and I don't know why.
Okay.
I literally just came off the curb and I spun.
Oh,
Not
rubbish.
even time to react. And then I got stuck on the mud, so I had to pull it out.
Bolts came off. It was hanging on.
You're like carrying it like a souvenir. What, are you going to show it to him?
Yeah.
He did say they might be going back to the old bumpers because the new ones aren't great. I think the fact you yours has dropped every single time.
I didn't even hit anyone. It just came off.
I don't know. It might be on top of the hill.
I'll take it up.
He was fourth. He was doing so well.
He's third.
Oh, shit. Oh.
So when then was watching that race, Zach got himself into third. When he span off, unfortunately, a group of parents were cheering in celebration of Zach coming off. Not the best thing to hear. Again, parents being parents, a little bit hepped up. They just need to be aware of who's around them. It's just not really acceptable, really. Zach could have hurt himself, but lucky enough he didn't. And here's Emma coming into the tent, very frustrated about hearing another parent cheering when our boy comes off track.
They're all cheering and clapping. Yay! Okay, so we've done heat 1. We're now going in for heat 2. Heat 1 was traumatic. It's probably good, eventful. There was a huge crash just after turn 1. Elijah Hazelwood flipped out of his cart. Zach was right next to him and managed to kind of just get around him somehow to sort of get out of trouble. So the race was restarted. Zach did really, really well. He got up into third at one point, but unfortunately then on the chicane, slipped on the slippery bit, then got stuck in the mud, and had to pull his car out and get back on track. So unfortunately he finished in 13th. He had a drop nose bumper again, so he had a penalty for that, which then meant he was moved down into 14. So he's just about to start in 14 again on the grid. He'll probably do as usual, hopefully work his way back up through the track. Hopefully not as much going on this time round as there was on the last one. Fingers crossed for another good run. Good luck, young man. Good luck. You've raced really hard this weekend. Let's hope you gain your positions and you hold them this time. Yep. We've fixed Zach's bumper back on. We've redone the brackets because every time it's gone out, he's dropped it. Doesn't help. There's so many crashes and things going on in front of him, which is he's just got no option but to sort of, he can't avoid them. Right, okay, that's the 5-minute warning just gone on, so we've got to get everything sorted before we go through that gate, which runs out in 4 minutes 50 seconds. Okay, so I'm off now to go and find a position to stand. I'll probably go back where I was before by the start-finish line. All the action seems to happen down on turn 1, but Andy's down this end, so I'm official coat carrier, cart cleaner, refreshment, snack person. I have my jobs. Andy's a mechanic. And also emotional support. But yeah, just going to walk down now and hope I get a good view. Okay, so they're out on track. This is our second race of the day, so of the Superheats. They're warming the tyres. They're going to be coming around very soon, getting into formation and doing the start. My stomach is churning. It always churns at this point. Doesn't matter how many times I watch these races or what race he's racing in, it just churns every single time. You can probably see Keith behind me with his camera at the ready. I don't think he got many pictures on the last round. He was too busy watching all the events of what was going on. Okay. God, I can feel my heart absolutely pounding. Start is always the most nerve-wracking bit, especially when they all kind of huddle together and batch together on that first bend. Right, okay, so... Right, they're huddled together better this time.
All green, the red lights have gone off, and we are indeed racing with Thomas Harper on that orange and white cart, sliding a little bit wide, everybody tripping over at the number 11, Cooper Campbell-Lees, into second place comfortably there.
Zach, where are you? Go through. Oh, come on, Zach, hold your line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It looks like Zach's up into 11. He's gained 3 places just from that first initial section. Okay, yeah, Zach's up into 11th. Thomas Harper's first. Campbell-Lee's second, and P. Whitehead in third. Okay, he's got a line of 4 carts ahead of him that he's just heading for now. Oh shit, he's come off. Fuck! Zach! Again! Jesus Christ! Get back on, Zach! God's sake! Oh, his eyes are off!
Zach was doing really well, got himself up to 11th, but unfortunately a couple of carts came off. I think Zach tried to avoid it. He span off onto the grass, so by the time he got himself back on, he was at the back, and then the Battenbergs came out.
Track, and there's a cart on the inside of the run down towards the gasworks.
There's a couple of carts on the inside at the horseshoe.
So Harry Ward, Isaac Jameson and Charlie Thompson have not come round.
He's just pointed down at his front near side. I'm not too sure what's going on with his car. Flipping heck. He couldn't have had a worse weekend if he tried. Okay, so we've got 3 carts off over here. We've got Isaac off. Looks like we've got C. Thompson and H. Ward all off. Right, they're slowing things right down. What a weekend. Okay, Zach. Let's go again. Drive hard. Do your best. It's all we can ask of you. It's been so unlucky.
Now, I can see one driver standing in the marshal post, the green crash helmet. And, there's a cart at the side, 2 carts. I can't see any mechanics, or I can't see any track officials running to the aid of a stricken driver.
So the Battenbergs were out for a number of laps. Basically what that means is the leader needs to go down to half race pace. Unfortunately, bless Thomas Harper didn't drop it down low enough, and eventually the officials red flagged the race, which meant we were stuck at the back. That's where we finished. So again, more points lost, and it's all up to the final now.
Still going a little bit too quickly for a Battenberg. That's the thing. Now
Yes.
Thomas is slowing them down now.
Yes.
So he's beginning to gather the grid up.
Someone has wagged a finger at him.
Somebody's wagged a
He's
finger.
going racing it. And now the red flags are out. Red flags are out.
I think we may have incurred the wrath and sort of encountered the chagrin of Mr. Ashton.
Well,
All he ever does is end at the back and have to work his way back through. We've now got a red flag. Apparently, he's unhappy with how the karts were driving under Battenberg, so I think they're red flagging it and they're bringing everyone in.
We are pulling these karts in. So at the moment then, with the karts pulling into the paddock,
That's the end of the race. Absolute nightmare of a bloody weekend this has been. Okay, so there we are. Zach's down at 17.
Well, it's day 3, it's a Sunday. Obviously, Emma's been doing most of the footage this weekend. We just had a bit of a shit weekend, to be fair. Zach's driven really well. We've had disqualification on the qualifying. We keep making our way back up the grid, and then something happens, he gets taken out, he comes off. In Heat 1, we managed to get up to P3 from P14, I think it was. So we've done really well, but unfortunately it was all on the track and we span out, dropped us to the back, managed to make up another 4 spaces. Just done Heat 2. That was red flagged because he went under Battenberg's and the leader basically wasn't half speed. So they red flagged it, so we couldn't make up. I think we're starting in 12th, which is good, for the final. So there we go. Right, new one for us today. It's a chip challenge. So each track we go to, portion chips, we're going to mark them. So good. So currently, this is Warden Law. Here's the cafe. And we're going to see what it's like, get a portion chips. Mark it out of 10. Right, so we just got back from the canteen. And Zach, what's your thoughts?
They don't even have chips. How can it be called a karting track if they don't have any chips?
So instead, we've got garlic potatoes. It's got potato in it.
Yeah.
So we rate the garlic potatoes, but yeah, as Zach says,
How can it be called a karting track without any chips?
disgraceful. Warden Law, sort it out. At this rate, you're going to come last in our chip challenge. Right, Zach's already tried the garlic potatoes. Zach, what are they like?
Not even properly done.
So marks out of 10 for the garlic potatoes.
1.
Sorry, Warden. You got 1 out of 10. It's not a good start. See if we can get any worse. I'm sure we can get better. We're definitely looking forward to Wilton Mill, because Wilton Mill do the best chips ever. Well, they did, especially their loaded fries. Right, let's get back to our awning. I'm going to try these potatoes, but Zach's in charge of marking, not me. Yeah. So we're still waiting for the final positions for the final. I say Zach's moved up to finishing 12th in that Heat 2 now, because there was 5 dropped nose cones. We didn't get one. Finally. And there's 3 other drivers who've been called to Kangaroo Court. Again, sorry MSUK, that's what I call it. So we're waiting for that result. So if there's more penalties added and they were above Zach, we might move up a little bit more, or it's going to stay the same, we don't know. So once we get that grid for the final, we'll see where we come. Let's go enjoy me garlic potatoes. It's final time. Just walking Zach's cart down the lovely Warden Hill. It's nice going down, it's not so nice coming back up again. We're still waiting for where we're going to start on the final. The grid's not been updated, but everyone's getting ready. Hondas are on the waiting area, waiting to go on the grid. No, they're going on the grid now. So yeah, it's just See how we get on. You got me for this one. Emma's filming on her own camera. We are now on the grid for the final. You got Campbell Lees starting P2. You got Harper at the front P1. It's a strong grid up the top here. So there's Zach, there's our Jameson, and there's obviously Zach next to him. It's going to be an interesting one. Just don't really care where he comes. We're starting at 15th. Don't know how they work it out really. But he's on the inside, not too bad place to start. But to be honest with you, we race for fun. If we win, it's a bonus. I think he's done amazingly well this weekend. I just want them all to come back in one piece, safe and sound. That's all that matters. So let's get this final done. We're about to go. Amber light's on. You can see it up there. Just waiting for the green light. So Amber and me's ready. So all the boys have got their hands on their starting. And with Warden on the this hill, we're running a 11 front tooth. So sometimes it struggles to get up. So I have to give a little bit of a push with my foot, which is why my foot's there. And we're green. Now it's the mad rush to the actual viewing area, so literally all the mechanics are flying. There we go. And you can see the run is on. It's not good for us though, especially as I'm a smoker. That's it. We're at the viewing area. So they're bunched up into their positions. Most of them would be nose to tail, touching. Now the leader, P1, is Harper, he controls the speed. Got tram line rule here, so they've got to keep it in the tram lines. If they break those tram lines, then it'll be a full start and it'll be a restart. So here they come. They can't raise their engines until they come across that first line. Here we go, looks like we're racing. So of course they get back to this first corner and I'm turning it off because my nerves are shattered. Rolling starts are carnage. But I do feel my stomach is in my arse at the moment. God knows what the boys are feeling. We're coming around the first corner again. So it's lap one. I'm not sure where Zach is.
Yeah. And we've got a change for second there. And Zach Mackay has dropped back quite considerably as they come through then. Thomas Harper.
Okay, Zach's in 11th. So he's gained 4 places. Okay, Zach's well, he's up to 7th. But he has got a drop nose. Someone almost like brake checked him, he hit him hard. Here he comes now. He's quicker than the guys in front, but he just can't get past. Had an overtake on that corner and he's almost done it a couple of times. But we're race end now, last lap. I don't know if this is going to be a checker flag or not. But yeah, there's quite a few out there. Some are under investigation. There's a few drop noses I can see already. So he might hold top 10. But by looks of it, he's going to finish top 10. Yeah, checker flags out. Over the line first is Thomas Harper, well done. Forrester come looking second, well done. Campbell Lees fourth. Oh, sorry, third, sorry. McKay fourth. Zach's coming over the line in 6th. Well done, Zach. Well done. So there you go. That was good going. It shows we've got the pace, but we've got dropped. So depends who else gets under investigation, depends where we come. So yeah, I think we came, I think it was 6th. Yeah, so look, yeah, we came in 6th. Clean race. But yeah, unfortunately Zach got went up someone's back end. It's not under investigation or anything, it literally was a racing incident. So now back into the paddock, or into the waiting area, and we literally wait to get them out. So you can see there's all the boys coming in. So there's a top 10. You got your top 3 over there. They're going to be scrutineered. Harper's got it. So here's the scrutineer going around checking. You can see Zach's been they've found his bumper. They're taking a photograph of it to prove it's gone down. I'm having a look around, seeing if there's a few drops. You know, it's emotional for these kids. You got kids with their helmets in their hands. I do feel for them, but they've got some guts. Most of these kids are 13, 14 years old. They're driving at over 60 mile an hour, an inch away from their bumpers. I couldn't do it. So hats off to them all. That was a nice clean race. So there is one I think under investigation. Number of drop bumpers. So, but we came in 6th, so we're top 10. We just need now to see how we get on with all the penalties. See who actually come in the championship for this championship round. But yeah, there's some disappointed kids out there. They've all worked really hard, all of them. So hard us parents as well. Okay, we've been let in. There, Zach.
Just give it though. That was the final of JKC round 1. It was pretty good after a bad weekend, but unfortunately I got a drop because the guy, he started slowing down in the middle of the track right after the turn 1, so I went straight up the back of him. So that gave me a drop, which has given me a 5 second. Don't know where I'm going to finish after that one, but started 15th, went up to 6th. That's 9 positions made. Best race of the weekend, and yeah, see you at the next round.
That's it, done. After the penalties were not awarded but given, Zach came in 10th. He had a drop bumper, so he had a 5 second penalty. Then second place, unfortunately, picked up a 10 second penalty. That brought him down to 8th, but Zach remained top 10. So after a disqual in quali, so starting at the back, then 10 second penalty in heat 1, starting at the back, then being taken out in heat 2. It's just been one of those weekends, but to get where we've got top 10 after that many starts at the back, I think we worked it out as of yesterday. I think he'd done 29 overtakes to get himself through to where he was, and that was yesterday. So yeah, he's done it again today. So I hope you enjoy the video. We've tried to make it as formative as possible what a national race weekend's like. I hope you enjoyed Emma's voice because she's been talking more than me. In fact, there she is. She's been looking after the camera while I've been mechanicking and lifting up a cart. It was very heavy. So remember, like and subscribe. And please make a comment as well. See you next round.